I was like, yo, I can't do this. I started working for the Sixers. I felt tired all the time. Can I get this clip? Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We about to step it up. I ain't talking Rocky. Yeah. You ain't talking sports. You ain't talking properly. Yeah. We the best at it. No ifs or probablys. Yeah. Humble confidence, feeling cocky. My time to shine, I feel like Kyrie, coming second to nobody. Yeah. You think I'm lying? Well then watch me get in where you're getting bodied. Yeah. Tunnel vision, nothing foggy. See the trophy, it's an arms reach. Yeah. I'm Kobe in the fourth quarter. How you think you're gonna stop me? Yeah. Give me ball. Yeah. Call it plays. Yeah. Grinding hard. Yeah. Every day. Yeah. Win it all. Yeah. Only way. Yeah. If you fall, then you fall. Yeah. Just never break. Yeah. Give me ball. Yeah. Call it plays. Yeah. Grinding hard. Yeah. Every day. Yeah. Get on guard. Yeah. Be afraid. Yeah. Want a bitch, that's for y'all. We the players in the game. Cliff notes.
Welcome back. We always could spot a friend. Welcome back.
Hey, yo. I'm finally back. Yo, it's been a long journey, man. I know I started off YouTube, doing my YouTube channel like, was that 1-2 years ago, something like that. Started off Cliff Notes. I did like 3 episodes. Then things happened. Boom, tried to come back like a couple months later. I didn't feel the quality of the videos, honestly. So I was like, yo, I can't do this. I started working for the Sixers. I felt tired all the time. Can I get this clip? Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, man. I was tired a lot. Then I felt as though if I'm going to do this, I'm going to go all in. I'm going to do it for the quality. So I, got myself the laptop, the mic, camera now. Got my lights around here. It's lit. Yeah, man. It's a good time to be back. Definitely going to be a new twist with the show and what I'm going to be doing now. So basically, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing sports updates, sports reviews. I watch a lot of shows, like a lot of TV shows and stuff like that. So I'm going to be reviewing episodes with y'all, live reaction, stuff like that, as well as giving reviews on anime, live reaction to anime, because I'm back in the anime now. Definitely start watching my Naruto, my Death Note. I'm on Hunter x Hunter right now. What else I did? What else I watched? Oh yeah, the Dragon Ball Super movie come out. I'm going to be reviewing movies as well. Like, there's going to be a lot going on the channel that I'm going to try to bring it down to a sample size. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm definitely not going to put all content into one video. Have me talking about James Harden at one point and then me talking about Naruto in the same video. I'm not going to do that to y'all. So basically, I think what I'm going to do, the sports episodes, they're going to be episodes. I'm going to do those weekly. And as far as the anime and the movie and the live reactions, I'm gonna just do that off the cuff. So it could be 4 videos that come out in 1 week. So I'm really trying to do this content creator stuff. So I'll stay on the lookout. But that's as far as that's what I'm gonna do for my channel. The reason I decided to go into anime and everything, I know I'm giving y'all a backstory. It's gonna make this video go longer. Yeah, but yeah. So reason I'm doing this with anime because since I recently started watching anime again, I've been getting a good following on Twitter. A lot of people have been responsive. If I'll say something about anime, oh my god, Gon and Killia just got Lakers and Celtics about to play. I forgot. But Gon and Killia got their ass kicked or something like that. People be responding, giving me stories. I'm actually able to engage. So basically, what the show is now, what Cliff Notes is going to be and the channel is going to be, is basically just going to be a one-stop shop for the bros, for the girls that want to come and talk about anime, want to talk about sports. A lot of us watch The Flash and Gotham and stuff like that on TV. If y'all want to come hear reviews and talk with me about it, we're gonna do that too. I'm gonna get some live game streaming too. Bro, we here, we back, and it's official. And we gonna be lit. So that's what I gotta say about that, man. But to start off the show, I forget. One day I'm gonna get the software to do the little writing thing. I don't know if I could do it on iMovie. I could definitely do it on After Effects though. But one day, either way, I'm gonna be at this Cliff Notes, man. I gotta go this way, right? Do it matter? It do matter. Ha. Fucked up. All right, but yeah, man, it's Cliff Notes. Sonic. All right, man. Y'all know this Cliff Notes. It was originally Cliff Notes Sports Web Show. So I gotta come back. First thing I gotta talk about, definitely my sports. Yo, the trade deadline just passed today, bro. I was on my phone at work all day, just refreshing my timeline, because everybody knows the NBA deadline is one of the biggest things that happen in sports each year. You know, you see your favorite players moved. Markel. But yeah, man, you see some of your favorite players moved. You see your team get better. You see your team get worse. You see your team get draft picks. Like, it's a lot that goes on at the NBA deadline. So, you know, that's something I want to talk about. So, usually what a lot of people talk about is what, like, the after effects of the deadline. Did your team get better? Did your team get draft picks for the future? Did your team get worse? Like, what's going on? So, after this deadline, with a lot of stuff happening, I know everybody heard about the AD to the Lakers thing that was supposed to happen, which never happened. So, I don't know what's going on with that. So, what I'm going to do today is talk about, everybody I'm pretty sure knows, the Eastern Conference in the NBA has gotten tenfold stronger than what it was if you want to compare it to previous seasons. Now, the bottom half might be the still same, you know, run of the mill type of I don't. But yeah, they might be the same run of the mill teams. But that top half of the Eastern Conference, it's gotten a lot stronger. And Bron left, so he don't have to deal with it. But that's a whole nother topic. But today, what I want to talk about is, who are the top 4 teams in the East, and which team will be the best team in the East, and which team will represent the East in the Eastern Conference Finals. So this will definitely be without, a game being played. Well, by the time I get the video out, a game will probably be played from an Eastern Conference team with their new additions, new trades, and everything like that. So this will go, of course, this won't be about playoff time. So this is our projections of who will make the finals, who's the best team in the East. I'm going to try to not make it biased by me being a Sixers fan. And you already know we got better. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down the trades and everything that happened and the powerhouses that the Eastern Conference teams have become. So let's get into it. So basically how I'm going to do it is I'm going to rank each team that I think are the top 4 teams in the East. Because to me, there are only 4 teams that you really have to worry about in the East. That's the Milwaukee Bucks, the Toronto Raptors, the Philadelphia 76ers, and the Boston Celtics. Yeah, but those are the top 4 teams that you really have to worry about in the East. And each team today, except for the Celtics, got better today. And then again, this is trade deadline days. Each team got better and they got stronger, and they made their case to be, representing the East. Well, yeah, they made their case for. I'm lost. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, they made their case to be representing the East come finals time. So I'm going to just basically rank these teams and what I think. So how I'm going to start it off. All right, so coming in at number 4, my pick for the 4th worst team in the East is the Boston Celtics.
This is America. Here with 5 fouls. Don't catch you slipping now. Step back. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping now. This is America.
Now, everybody knows the Boston Celtics last year acquired Kyrie Irving, Gordon Hayward. Hayward went out with a nasty injury in the beginning of the season. Eventually, Kyrie got injured, was out for the season. We all know how the Celtics season ended. Their role players stepped up. They had players like Jason Tatum, Terry Rozier, Jaylen Brown. Al Horford was still in that lineup. Stepped up and they finally came to play. So this season, everybody, the Boston Celtics were the team to beat in the East prior to the season starting. So they were getting their guards back, Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward, who were basically their franchise players at the moment. They're getting those players back. You still got Tatum, you still got Brown, you still got Terry Rozier. So you would automatically think that they are, they should be the team coming out of the East. So the Celtics did struggle a little bit coming out of the gate, starting off the season. I think they had was it a 10-game losing streak? They had a lengthy losing streak. For some reason the Sixers can't beat them, but whatever. They had a lengthy losing streak. I'm looking at them now. So they currently sit at 35-19 in the Eastern Conference, which is 3rd. So they have a home record of 22-6, an away record of 13-13. Their last 10, which is impressive, they're 9-1 and they're on a current 5-game win streak. So you might say with everything that I'm throwing out there, how are the Celtics the fourth best team in the East? This is definitely taking out the Pacers since they lost Victor Oladipo. So my opinion on the Celtics being the fourth best team in the East, this completely could have been changed if the trade deadline didn't go the way that it went. The Celtics from today are the only team that did not get better from the trade deadline. And prior to the trade deadline, they already were only maybe a 3-4 seed in the Eastern Conference with the Bucks and the Raptors, with holding the top 2 spots. So they were already fighting for a top 4 spot, and still didn't get any better with any acquisitions today, any picks. They traded Jabari Bird, but I think that was for a pick. They literally didn't do anything. So they still have Kyrie Irving, who they don't know what's going to happen with him next season as far as what team he's going to go to, if he wants to go to the Knicks, if he wants to, go to the Nets, do what he wants to do. Gordon Hayward has not been back to his regular Gordon Hayward self. He's had a couple of games. He's had a couple of good games. He had a couple of 30-point games. But other than that, this isn't the same Celtics we thought from last season. That's mainly because Tatum, there's only one ball to go around. Put it that way. It's mainly because there's one ball to go around. Tatum has not been as good as he's advertised, and that's probably because he's his second year in the league. Teams are probably starting to figure him out. They're doing more scouting reports on him. He's essentially going to be the Celtics' future franchise player. So he hasn't had the season that you would expect him to have. Jaylen Brown is coming off the bench. Terry Rozier is coming off the bench. They're not having that depth that they scared so many teams with in the playoffs isn't coming to fruition because those young players were getting the ball a lot. They got a lot more minutes. The shots were for them. When you bring back Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward, you lose those shot attempts from the players that were what's the word for it? Striving? Can I say striving? Yeah, I think I'm going to say the players that were striving for you last season in the playoffs. I don't know if that's the right word, but whatever. So with that being said, they've made no new additions on top of the Eastern Conference top 3 getting stronger. So the reason I'm saying they aren't a top, they're the 4th best team in the East because they didn't make any acquisitions to get them better, and they already weren't a cream of the crop Eastern Conference team. Now, with the other teams getting better, the Boston Celtics definitely slide down to that number 4 spot. So, and that's my reasoning on why I believe that they're the number 4 team in the Eastern Conference. All right, so coming in at number 3. Oh my God, my hand. All right, so coming in at number 3, we have the Toronto Raptors.
This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping now. This is America.
So, in the offseason, the Raptors acquired Kawhi Leonard on a rental deal. They traded DeMar DeRozan for him, and he's definitely been a surprise to this Raptors team this season. The Raptors are currently 2nd in the East. They're 39-16. They are 22-5 at home. They're 17-11 away, and they're currently on the 6-4. They're currently on a 2-game winning streak. I'm reading the stats off NBA.com, but whatever. So Kawhi is having an MVP season coming off his injury from last season. He's averaging 27 points a game, 2 steals, 7.8 rebounds, I think, something around that number. But he's definitely having an MVP season, and the impact that he's made on that Toronto Raptors team is something that I did not expect. Because the Raptors were always a good, well-oiled machine. They were basically the Spurs of the East. Everybody wanted to call them, but once they added Kawhi, you would think it would take some time for them to mesh and all get together, but they got out the gate, and a lot of people were looking at them as the overall best team in the East. So, like I said, he's having an MVP season. Today, the Raptors traded Valanciunas and DeLon Wright, and I think a 4 second-round picks. Was it 4, or was that the Bucks? No. So they traded, I think, a second-round pick. I gotta double check that, but they traded it'll be somewhere on the screen, but whatever. So they traded some picks away for Marc Gasol. So you may think okay, so they added Marc Gasol, so shouldn't they be top 2 over the Sixers and the Bucks? So the reason that I'm saying that they're the number 3 team in the Eastern Conference at the moment, because the acquisition of Marc Gasol doesn't exactly make them better. So Marc Gasol, yes, he is the best. He is the better player out of Jonas Valanciunas and DeLon Wright, but that takes away from what the Raptors were good at and what they were feared for is their depth. They had one of the best benches in the NBA. Marc Gasol is kind of getting washed up now. He only averaged 15 points a game and 8 rebounds on a bad Memphis team. He couldn't even pad stats on that Memphis team. So with them acquiring Marc Gasol, like I said, he's kind of, he's getting up there in age. Father Time's kind of catching up to him, which means I don't think he'll be able to keep up with the younger teams in the Eastern Conference. On top of that, like I said, when the Raptors took away a little bit of their depth with DeLon Wright as a wing player, Jonas Valanciunas as a big man, Valanciunas gave Embiid tons of trouble every single time that they played. And I'm actually happy for him to get out the East now and actually go over to the West, and we don't have to see him as much. But Valanciunas gave Embiid a lot of trouble every single time they played, as opposed to Marc Gasol, where Embiid has good/great games against Marc Gasol every time they play. So they took away somebody that, one of the rare players in the NBA that gives Joel Embiid's. Yeah, we just had some camera difficulties, bro. I think my camera just shut off. But anyway, what I was saying. Oh, so that team doesn't really move the needle for me. That trade that happened today. They're still a formidable team. They're still one of the top teams in the East. But we'll definitely see where that goes. The East is going to be a freaking bloodbath this year on the playoffs, and I really can't wait for them to play. I'm a basketball fan first before teams and all that, and that's gonna be a real fun playoffs to watch. I can't wait for it. So coming in at number 2, we have your boy Philadelphia 76ers, man.
This is America. Don't get you slipping now. Don't get you slipping now.
Yeah, but go over against Redick, and that right there, that's the.
Now a lot of people probably gonna be like, "Yo, you're being a homer. Why are the Sixers top 2? Why are they top 2 teams in the Eastern Conference?" Bro, get out of here. So look, let me explain it to y'all. So earlier this season, everybody knows by now, the Sixers acquired Jimmy Butler in a trade for Dario Saric and Robert Covington. Okay, so we got Jimmy Butler, already one of the top 25 players in the NBA, with 2 top 25 players in the NBA already in Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. So close to the trade deadline, I think it was yesterday or the day before that, Woj broke this tweet at like 2 a.m. Wale broke this tweet talking about the Sixers have acquired Tobias Harris from the Lakers, and we acquired Boban Marjanovic and Mike Scott. So now, first of all, before I get into all that, Woj, you tweet something else at 2 in the morning, and it's a Woj bomb, I'ma fly to wherever you at, and it's violence, bro. I promise you, because I woke up at 6 a.m. and just to turn my phone alarm off. I read the tweet, that notification that popped on my phone. I couldn't go back to sleep. So don't do that no more, yo. It's violence. It's on site, bro. I promise you. But anyway, so like I said, we acquired Tobias Harris, who's one of the top small forwards in the league. Now he's not great. He's a very good player. So with the acquisition of Tobias Harris, we gave up Landry Shamet and some picks. So they were, we paid a lot for him, but he's also an unrestricted free agent. But he's coming in averaging 27, and he's also shooting 43% from 3. He's definitely going to come in right away and fit perfectly with Ben, Jimmy, and Joel. He's going to space the floor perfectly. He's a catch and shoot shooter that the Sixers. I'm not even going to start that. He's a catch and shoot shooter that we definitely needed, and like I said, he's going to space the floor. So now, when you look at the Sixers' overall lineup, and you look at their starting lineup, compare them to other starting lineups in the NBA, they have one of the most, if not the most formidable lineup they definitely have the best starting lineup in the East. They have one of the best starting lineups in the NBA, I think opposed to Golden State, honestly. When you look at the Sixers starting lineup, you have Ben Simmons, who's averaging 18, 8, and 7, I believe. Then you go to Jimmy Butler, he's averaging 19 points. Then you can go to Tobias Harris, he's averaging 20. You can go to Joel Embiid, who's having a great MVP season. He's averaging 28 and 13. Then you look at JJ Redick, and JJ Redick, he can shoot the lights out. I think he's averaging about 13 to 15 points a game. He was actually a borderline all-star in my opinion. So when you stack that lineup up, that starting lineup, when you stack that starting lineup up with other teams in the NBA, you cannot name me a better starting lineup that doesn't start with Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, KD, Draymond, and Boogie. So I think we honestly have the best starting lineup in the NBA. The only problem with the Sixers is, of course, everybody knows it's our bench, and we traded away one of our key bench players in Landry Shamet. Like I said, we did give up a lot. Landry was a rookie, very, very good player. He was better than what I expected him to be coming out in his rookie season. But like I said, the bench is a problem. We did recently get a little bit better on the bench. We added, like I said, Boban, who's a backup center who we definitely needed to back up and be. He's tall, he's a man, he's 7'3". We got Mike Scott, who can shoot the three ball a little bit. We just, before I say this, bro, can I have a moment of silence for my bro? Bro, they traded Markel today.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I don't know if I'm gonna get over that Markel trade anytime soon. And only because it is, bro. We have watched Markel since college. We were all excited when we traded up to draft him, and all this stuff that has been happening has just been sad. It is not his fault that he's been injured. Something definitely happened. We'll probably never get the full story on how he got injured. Whatever the case may be, he came back. The city loved him. Everybody who was Sixers fans loved him. It just didn't work out, man. I honestly thought that we weren't going to trade him. I was like laughing and boasting on Twitter until like 30 minutes left. Like it was like 15 minutes left in the trade deadline. We traded him to the Magic for Jonathan Simmons. It was just sad, bro. Markel, I hope you go to Orlando. You do big things. I hope you come back and give us 30. Honestly, because I don't think that you should have been traded. My personal thing was we waited for Embiid and Ben. We should have waited for Markel. But whatever, bro. But look, we traded for Jonathan Simmons, who is a wing slasher. He's barely going to touch the ball. He'll probably get the ball in back cuts. He's going to play defense. He's another body that we needed to go out there and compete with Boston. Whoa. Ha! AD's coming back. He was trying to not play in the games anyway. But yeah, so the bench has gotten a little bit better. We still got Furkan and Bolden and TJ McConnell. So we're going to look into the buyout market, see if we can grab a player like Wayne Ellington, Shelvin Max, something like that. We definitely need a stronger bench, but when you have the starting five that you have, then you can almost beat any team. Like the bench is now just there to make sure our starters get a rest and they're able to get right back in the game. So we'll see how that turns out, but just because of the starting five, I placed them at number 2 just because that's the second best starting five in the NBA, and it's going to be very hard to beat us. We're very athletic now with the addition that we made to the bench and to that starting five. We're very athletic. We're very long. We can defend. We can shoot. It's going to be an interesting rest of the season. I honestly can't wait, man. At number 1, we have the Milwaukee Bucks.
This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping now. This is America.
So, Sixers fans, y'all might hate me, bro, but honestly, bro, the Bucks is like that. The Bucks are tough. So they have Giannis, who is having an MVP season. He's probably going to finish second runner-up unless James Harden cools off at freaking some point, which is don't look like it's happening. They got Giannis, Chris Middleton, who is an all-star this season. They got Brook Lopez, Eric Bledsoe, Malcolm Brogdon, George Hill. Ilyasova's having a good season. DiVincenzo's having a good season. They just traded Jason Smith. DJ Wilson is having a good season. They're a complete team, and they just traded Jason Williams and Stanley Johnson for, oh my God, my voice cracked like that. But yeah, they just traded Jason Smith and did I say Williams before? Anyway, yeah, they just traded Jason Smith and Stanley Johnson for Nikola Mirotic, who is a stretch 4 and somebody they just have they're so long and athletic and they can shoot the 3. So they were already scary before this. Now with the addition of Mirotic, and they didn't really lose anything. They gave up 4 second round picks, which is, I don't know why Twitter was freaking spazzing because of the second round picks, and they said, yo, that's a lot. I don't really value second round picks that much, but I'm not an NBA GM. But when you look at that and you like, yo, they got starting at the 1, they got Eric Bledsoe. I believe they're starting shooting guard I think Brogdon, their starting shooting guard is Brogdon. Then you got Giannis. Then now you're gonna have to deal with Mirotic. Now you're gonna have to deal with freaking Brook Lopez. Like they are tough. And I think they have the best defensive rating in the NBA. So they're 40-13. They're 23-4 at home, 17-9 away, and they're on a current 5-game win streak. They're gonna be really tough to beat in the playoffs. Like I said, the East is going to be a bloodbath come these playoff time. When you look at those top 4 teams, it can honestly go either way in the series. Like what it's going to come down to is coaching, and your best players are going to have to show up. So Ben, you coming with that 1-point shit that you did in Boston last year, and you playing like a little hoe, bro, that's not going to fly no more. We need you to be on top of your game. We need you to be triple double Ben. All right, we need you to be Ben Jamin. We need you to be the Fresh Prince. We need Jimmy to, stop picking when he choosing play. I ain't even gonna talk about the Sixers right now, man. But those are my top 4 teams in the East. Like I said, the East is going. What the hell did I just say? Yeah, like I said, the East is gonna be a bloodbath. It's gonna be a dogfight. I can't wait for the playoffs. I expect for the standings to actually turn out this way. The Sixers are a little bit behind everybody. They're 4 games behind Toronto and the Bucks, something like that. 34. All right, so they 5 games behind the Raptors and the Bucks. I do believe they'll catch up. I do believe they'll pass the Celtics. The Pacers are at 4 right now, but they lost Oladipo. They just picked up Wes Johnson, but he's not going to move the needle that much for them. Those are my top 4 teams in the East, and the only reason I picked 4 is because the bottom half isn't really, worth mentioning. The Nets are having a great season. They're currently at 6 in the East. They'll probably move up to 5th. They're having one of the, I guess it was like the Sixers season last year. You didn't expect them to have this type of season. D'Lo's an all-star this year, but they're having a great season, bro. And I like watching D'Lo play, and I think the Lakers gave up on him too soon. So, yeah, man, it's my top 4 teams in the East. I can't wait for the playoffs. Tobias Harris plays Friday night. We'll see how he integrates with the system. Like I said, it's going to come down to coaching. But man, that's my best 4 teams in the East. I'm thank everybody for watching, for tuning in for my first episode. I'm glad that I'm finally back. Make sure before y'all click off this video, it takes 2 seconds. Go like and subscribe. It takes 2 seconds. If you don't have a YouTube account, bro, make one real fast. It's really easy. YouTube lets you can click on YouTube. It lets you give you your own, videos that you want to see, stuff like that. It takes 60 seconds to sign up for YouTube. And just support the boy. That's all. I just need y'all to subscribe, like, repost, do whatever y'all got to do. Just do it for me. I'm glad y'all tuned in. I already know how this about to end, man. I gotta get the pen out. Ugh. And this Cliff Notes. And I'm signing out.
Wave, Jersey nigga, we the wave. I'm tryna get paid. Distraction tryna block my way. We got the wave. Jersey nigga, we the wave. Stay the fuck up on my face. Told you niggas we the wave. We got the wave. Jersey nigga, we the wave. I'm tryna get paid. Distraction tryna block my way. We got the wave. Jersey nigga, we the wave. Stay the fuck up on my face. Told you niggas we the wave. Yeah. Told people I've been humble, now we bring the crowd lit at every show.